To know what God is doing, it's important you know what he said concerning the time ahead. Know the arrival of the time. And then thirdly, listen up for what he's saying at that very time. Now, with these three in place, you are just getting ready to be part of what God is about. But you see, a sign from heaven is not the most important thing. You will not know what God is doing by observing the signs from heaven. Miracles are good, but you see, only the Word of God is the authentic evidence that God is at work and not miracles. And that was what Jesus was trying to let them know. So to be part of what God is doing, don't look at the miracles and signs and wonders. You look at the Word of God to know what God is doing, and that gives you a license, a positioning to be part of what He is about. Then he called them hypocrites because of knowledge. We don't always balance it when it comes to the things of God. We disregard knowledge and want to prove through signs and wonders. Jesus never approved that. And that is why you see in our ministry, we have a lot of miracles, but we don't promote miracles. Rather, we promote the sound word of God. If you are a recipient of a miracle, it's your duty to tell others what the Lord has done for you. And that is the precedence. That is exactly what Jesus did. Each time someone receives a miracle, you go tell others. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Even at that time, a lot of folks received miracle from Jesus and never knew what God was doing. There was one particular man who was born blind, and when he got his healing, never knew who really Jesus is. And so when he met Jesus, he got to know what God was actually doing. Now, in other words, God is more interested in you knowing what he's doing, and that comes by knowledge of his word. You see, when Jesus was on earth and he taught his disciples to pray, in Matthew chapter 6, from verse 9 to 10, pray this way: Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. The next thing is thy will be done. So how do I get myself involved in what God is doing? You go to work, and that work is prayer. And what kind of prayer? It's not a give me kind of prayer. It is thy will be done. If you can focus, have time, get committed to praying thy will be done, that automatically sets you up to be a candidate for the performance of God's will. Jesus kept praying, thy will be done, even until death. Thy will be done keeps you in the right track, in the right frame of mind and position to be part of what God is doing. So thy will be done is the greatest prayer any believer can pray. Because God will always look for instruments to use who have aligned themselves through knowledge to pray down his will. I believe this have blessed you and position you to know how to go about being